And it's weird. It's a weird thing that I had to accept being in LA. LA is a very strange city. I've lived here. I just hit my 7-year anniversary this month. I've learned a lot. Thank you. It's a weird place. You come here. LA's always portrayed in movies and television as just this like beautiful city of dreams, and then you get here and you realize there aren't enough dreams to go around. That's how you just accept things. You know, like fun fact: 1 out of every 5 people in Los Angeles are trying to pursue a career in entertainment. The other 4 all quit and become Uber drivers and wise up. Now, I feel like when I moved here, I was very naive. I was very sheltered growing up. I didn't know a whole lot about the real world. And I feel like there's a lot of people like that. You know, I always remember the classic image of somebody coming to LA for the first time. It's always some nice, fresh-faced person from the Midwest get off the bus with a gleam in their eye and a suitcase full of wishes and corn. And they're ready to make it because their dad told them they loved them just enough times, which was not enough times. And eventually, if you play your cards right, you might have a meeting with a producer. Your career could take off from there. Or it could not. Like, here's the thing. I had a meeting with a producer once. I was very, very new to LA. I applied for a job on Craigslist, which is a bad move out the gate. I applied to be a writer on a talk show hosted by a puppet. And they asked me for this writing job to send in a photo of myself. Full body. Just be like, yeah, look at these forearms. They can type 50 words a minute, for sure. It didn't seem anything. It seemed kind of weird. Then the guy emailed me back, and he goes, you seem like an excellent candidate for this job. How about you come have a one-on-one meeting with me at my house? Yeah, red flag. Now, I didn't look at it quite as a red flag. I was still like, oh, this is my chance. This is my big shot. You know, I didn't know a whole lot about the real world. I was very sheltered growing up. I couldn't listen to any music besides radio, Disney, and Christian rock until I was 16 years old. Until I learned how to drive, I thought the Wu-Tang Clan was who the Ninja Turtles were fighting. So I was like, oh, I'll go to this guy's house. I'm going to be a big shot. And I go, and he opens the door, and he's wearing a bathrobe and booty shorts, and that's it. Big red flag. And I was still like, all right, this is weird, but it does kind of seem like something that might happen in a movie. An R-rated movie, sure, but a movie nonetheless. And I didn't know a whole lot about R-rated movies, you know? I couldn't watch them until I graduated high school and moved out of the house. Until I went to college, I thought that Pulp Fiction was when my mom lied about what kind of orange juice she brought home from the grocery store. So I go inside the guy's house, and he says, let me show you the puppets. It's not a good sentence. If anyone ever says that to you, run as fast as you can in the opposite direction. The next part of that sentence will be, they're made from your skin in my basement. Come. But I go inside the guy's house, and it becomes apparent very quickly that he is not a professional puppeteer. Amateur at best. He doesn't have puppets. He has a pile of dirty laundry by his fireplace. Just socks, stray felt. I didn't know that googly eyes could cry until I saw this pile. It's like I walked onto the set of a Muppet snuff film. It was very uncomfortable. And he's pitching me on the show. And he gets about 5 minutes in, and then he stops, and he looks at me, and he goes, oh, you're kind of cute. How about you and me, let's go to the gym together sometime. Gigantic red flag. Now, I can't ignore this red flag, because I'm naive, but I'm not stupid. I know it seems like I am very stupid up until this point. But I gotta let you know, first of all, the reason I'm inside the guy's house is because I need the money very badly. I was sleeping on an air mattress, and I was in a friend of mine's basement at the time, and the basement flooded anytime it rained. It was a very rainy summer in LA. I was basically living on a life raft in an ocean of despair. I was like, I gotta get at least futon money so I can be above this. I'm inside the guy's house, and I did this thing. I put context clues together, right? Spelling bee brain kicks in. Context clues. Because I know a couple things. I am cute. I'm so Twinkie, you could slap a Hostess sticker on my forehead. Keep me in your doomsday bunker. This Twinkie's not trying to get cream filled. We've already covered that. Plus, listen, I never had, growing up in Texas, very sheltered existence, I had never had a whole lot of experiences with gay folks. As far as I was concerned, gays were like Jews. Like, there was one at my public school, neither of them went to church. I didn't know a whole lot. But I put the context clues together. I figured out, look, if I'm going to the gym with a middle-aged man wearing booty shorts and a bathrobe in a professional business meeting, then I'm probably one spiked protein shake away from getting fisted in a sauna. And before you know it, I'm the puppet. I'm trying to be behind the camera. Now, luckily, I walked away from that situation fine. I did take the job for like 2 weeks, but I got out of there. No trips to the gym. Not everybody turns out so lucky. You know, remember that fictional person I made up at the very beginning of this story? Oh boy, did not turn out so well for them. They get back on the bus, scrolling through their phone, Instagram, cracked screen, watching their followers drop because they can't afford to keep paying the Russian bot company, keeping their account afloat. Lip injections leaking out of their face because they got plastic surgery on a Groupon. They get back on the bus and they got a nose full of Coke boogers and a belly full of producer jizz. Maybe not a lot of career to speak of, but a lot of fun stories to tell back at that Chili's in Des Moines. So follow your dreams.